Hi, Dr. Second Chance here. Today I'm going to talk about hurt people, hurt people. What we think of this, we're going to do a three-part series. I'm going to lay down some ideas about this. You tell me what you think in the comments below. So there's an old adage, hurt people, hurt people. We talk about this a lot in recovery. We talk about this a lot in counseling and therapy and different places that people that have had some horrible traumas in their life that don't get addressed can be um, aggressive and hurtful in their actions, even if they don't realize they're doing it. So, we often see this particularly with those that are close to their family and their close friends. These people become the recipients of harsh tones, threatening body language, even fits of rage and violence, because of their transfer of their inner anger, so to speak, against those closest that love them. People that are farther away are often more indirectly affected. Sometimes it's more of a passive aggressive type of thing. Isolation, separating, not talking to somebody, um, that kind of thing, as opposed to more direct in your face comments. So what are some of the things going on with this dynamic? Well, assuming that the hurt person comes from a place of having some kind of trauma, and we all have some degree, but others is worse. Might be sexual assault as a child or domestic violence, or you may be a victim of a natural disaster or participate in a war and see horrible things done to you, your friends, etc. And so, what are some of the things that happen? Well, one of the things that happen is uh, people that have been hurt interpret words that are spoken to them through the prism of their pain. Now, we all have our own filters and the way we see the world, but this is particularly more intense for someone who has some tough traumas. And so, ordinary words are often misinterpreted to mean something negative towards them, even if they're not really that way. And so the hurt people can be very sensitive and lash out and act out of pain instead of sort of the reality of what was intended with the words. Sometimes people can be very clever and say things in a way that is actually intentionally for creating pain in people and a response to seemingly normal words would be um, that if you were a recipient of someone cleverly putting you down, there would be a temptation to react as well. But with hurt people, just ordinary conversation can trigger them in ways that really surprise you. And they also hurt people frequently interpret actions through the prism of their pain, and their pain is their filters of their life. And so, one of the things that can happen is you have wrong motives suspected or evil intent suspected behind a person's actions. I've seen this a lot. Someone with a lot of trauma that uh, say has a lot of chronic pain as one of the as part of their trauma, and they go to see a pain doctor who suggests something, and they just say, oh, you don't really care about me, or that never works, or why are you trying to hurt me. There's a response to an action, a course of action that is beyond what it should be. um, and then hurt people often can portray themselves as a victim. Now, hurt people have been hurt, so in that sense, they are a victim, and we're all victims of some trauma. But that can spill over to every area of your life. And now you may have been hurt in one area of your life, but now horrible things that happen to you. It's racism against me, it's sexism against me, it's homophobia, it's unjust, it's unfair, it's all these things against me when it may not be. And um, and so this also becomes a challenge for the hurt person, is in a sense figuring out what's really going on, um, and not just believing the world is totally against them. That can be really hard to overcome. Hurt people often have a hard time entering a trusting relationship, and they're often suspicious. Uh, Hurt people often alienate others and wonder why no one is there for them. And, it can be a real blind spot even for some of the responses that uh, someone who's hurt gives to another person. So the toxic words and behavior becomes so normal and unoffensive to them, or even having insight that they're doing it, that they drive people away. People don't want to be around them. And of course we all need love, we all need people supporting us in our lives, and this is like 100 times magnified when a hurt person that doesn't begin to address some of their previous traumas just carries on in a really toxic way, and people just don't want to be around them. And so that's a few thoughts I have on that right now. Let's come back for another video. If you enjoyed the video and the ideas, please subscribe to the channel and like, share, and hit the notification bell icon. We'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel.